Hello, everyone. We're going to start off today. It's Police Week, so if you all can stand and take a moment of silence for those in law enforcement that have paid the ultimate sacrifice for their communities and our grateful nation. Thank you all. You can be seated. We're going to start off with some introductions. We'll start off with our staff, Deputy Chief Matt Luecke, Lieutenant Edward Hardwick, also known as Ned, and Lieutenant Andrew McCarthy, also known as Drew. Acknowledge some people out in the group that are here present. City Administrator Chad Brecklin, thank you very much for attending. We got Police and Fire Commissioner Tom O'Day, thank you for attending. And our Police Chaplain, Susie Gannon, thank you for attending. Am I missing anybody? No. Thank you all, family here, people from the community that are here, and those other here, the others that are here in support. We're badge pinning today Matthew Luecke and Jean-Pierre Contreras. They're both one is a lateral transfer, Jean-Pierre, and Matthew has already undergone the academy so he can get started with field training. I want to talk a little bit about becoming a police officer and what it takes to be a police officer and the commitment that it involves. Before I get started, Sarah, thank you for attending as well, who helped so much in this hiring process. It's rather complicated. When I graduated from college in 1992, for many of us, that's not so long ago, even though my staff says I'm an old man. In 1992, I graduated in May, and I thought I was going to be a police officer the very next month. I said, all I need to do is apply. I got a college degree. I can get a job in law enforcement. I had already done an internship, an extensive internship with the United States Marshals Service, and it was an election year for presidency. At that time, President Bill Clinton took over for George Bush. What does that mean for some of you? In law enforcement and the federal positions, there's hiring freezes when there's a change in leadership in the presidency. So here I thought I was going to start a job a month later. And I applied federal, I applied state, I applied county, and I applied local. Over a dozen agencies. And it starts off with a written process, an oral interview, a physical agility. Now we have a psychological, another interview, another medical, then a background. It takes, in most cases back then, over a year to a year and a half to become a law enforcement officer. And then when you get hired, then you go through an academy. It used to be 3 months, moved up to 5 months, and some academies now are 6 months. And then when you graduate from the academy, then you go through an extensive field training program. That field training program can go anywhere from a couple of months to 6 months, and then you go through a probationary period. It's often said, when you get hired as a law enforcement officer, do not buy a house and do not buy a car until you get off probation, because nothing's set in stone that you will be here a year from now. The level of accountability that is required for a law enforcement officer to just make it out of probation, off of probation. And then the level of accountability that goes on after that is amazing. I call it a profession. I force the people under me to ensure they're not only continue their education in the world of academics, but you never stop learning as a law enforcement officer, regardless of the rank that you choose to finish up as. It's an extreme commitment that requires a lot of your attention. It requires time away from family, time away from friends, those that help you get here. So you cannot forget the family and friends, because when this job comes and goes, they're going to still be there for you. But at the same time, you're going to grow with another family, and you're going to become a part of that. And it could take on a lot. Your friendships, godparents, trips, so on and so forth. Those are the things that happen when you join this community. The rewards that you're going to get are not plaques on the wall, not financial. The rewards that you're going to take from this, if you make it at the end of 20, 25, 30-year career, are the ones that you're going to take to the grave. But I can guarantee you, I will guarantee you this: if you make it there, you're going to be that person sitting on the couch, smiling, and your spouse or significant other or family will see you sitting on the couch saying, "Why are you smiling?" There's nothing you can explain. My wife catches me doing that every once in a while, and I'm not crazy, but I'm reflecting. I'm reflecting on some of the things I encountered in my 30-year career, which is why I'm still here today. Law enforcement anywhere in the state or the nation needs people like you. They need your commitment. It's important that you understand that. And it's important that you understand that this is not a job. It's going to be a vocation. It's going to be demanding. And at the end, you're taking this job because I'm sure you're up for it. That was the processes. During Police Week, Wisconsin has lost 4 sworn members. That's 4 too many and more than the state has seen in a very, very long time. Through my 30-year career, I've seen a lot of people die during their tour of duty, and it doesn't feel good. This week is special to me. I would encourage those that are in law enforcement or not, that if you could take a trip, you should go out to Washington, D.C. during Police Week. It's an amazing, humbling experience. And it really makes you understand why we're doing this. Don't ever forget that the majority, and it is truly the majority, support you. You're going to go through times where you think there is no support. There are going to be times when you think elected officials, the public, or this and that don't support you. That's far from the truth. You have a ton of support. I'm happy to have you here. I'm excited to see you get started. I've seen the energy. And all I can say is good luck to both of you. God bless you. And thank you all for in attendance. We're going to start our badge pinning process with Tracy, and we'll get started.
I'll have you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, please state your name.
I, Jean-Pierre,
who've been appointed to the office of police officer
who've been appointed to the office of police officer
in the city of Fitchburg, Dane County, Wisconsin,
in the city of Fitchburg, Dane County, Wisconsin,
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully discharge the duties of said office
and will faithfully discharge the duties of said office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Deputy Chief Luecke, do you have some words?
You know, I know he tries to fill these voids with these awkward speeches from everybody else in attendance, and I'm sitting over here racking my brain to try to come up with some inspirational story or some sort of moment of clarity to give to the two of you. But if you two are waiting around for me to give you some moment of clarity, I think we screwed up somewhere along the way. So all I can offer to you, to the both of you, as well as every officer that works for the city of Fitchburg, and to those serving in communities around the country, thank you. Thank you for joining our police department. And just know that if you do need anything, you don't hesitate to come to my office and ask questions, request something, come up with ideas to make not only your lives easier, but the rest of the department better. So thank you. Any inspirational words? Okay.
Gentlemen, I think during your process, one of you asked what we enjoy most about the police department, why we joined. One of the values that I appreciate most is teamwork. And you see a cross-section of our department here. There are people at every rank, every position in the city, too, that are here to support you. It's a team effort, and welcome to the team.
I get to follow all that up. Hopefully something here will resonate with you all. So, as it's been said so far, you guys are joining a team, a family. You're joining at a time that's very hard to recruit police officers and retain them. We've been challenged for several years now in this profession. That's already been challenging enough. You're going to see a lot of things and do a lot of things that you're going to be proud of. And what Chief says is you get to hang your hat on that at the end of the day. Along the way, you're going to see a lot of things that aren't so positive. You're taking on a lot of people's grief throughout the community that you're serving, and you're going to internalize some of that. Just stay positive. You're part of a great team, a great workforce here, and a great profession. And when you go home at the end of the night, you should be proud of everything you're doing here. So welcome on board.
Now that we're at the end of our ceremony, you're all welcome to congratulate our two new members of the Fitchburg Police Department, take pictures, and shake hands. Thank you all very much, and good luck to you. Oh, yeah, you're badge pinning. I'm sorry. Forgot all of that. Who's going to start? Start, Jean-Pierre? Why don't we get started with you?
We got Juan coming.
We're going to document this in your field training report that you failed to prepare for the badge pinning. Picture. Now we can congratulate them and take pictures as we welcome them to the Fitchburg Police Department. Thank you all for attending, and God bless you. You want to take a quick picture?